Oh, wrestling fans, what's going on, man? It's Black Couch Booking here with a brand new video, and I got the family in the building, man. Another tier list, and y'all gonna like this one. Let my dog Rage Man Reg introduce himself. Rage, talk to the people.
Coming at your full fledged, it's your boy Race Man Reds. Looking forward to this ranking with a new family member, man. It's an honor, man. The family is expanding. Let's get it.
And introduce the people to yourself if they're not familiar with you.
Yes, sir. And go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Influential Sports, where passion meets precision as I dive into the plays, players, and the story shaping the game today.
And last but not least, we got the newest member of the family, my dog Cordell Watch TV. Cordell, talk to the people, man. Tell them where they can find you.
Yo, first of all, thank you for having me, y'all. I'm super appreciative. Um, I'm C Watts, Cordell Watts TV. You can see me on Instagram, Twitter, all of that on C Watts NYC, and obviously on YouTube, Cordell Watts TV. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Great to collab with my bros, and we got a very interesting video for y'all, man. Y'all know we the masters of the tier list, so this is how we're gonna break it down today, right? Today we are ranking heels. Now it's not just WWE. We got a couple of TNA, AEW people, and we got some legends on the list as well. So as you can see, we got goated all around heel, consistently good heel, underrated heel. A great turn, but a horrible run. And last but not least, we got horrible all around. I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to be in that. But here's the twist, right? You know, there are people on this list that have multiple heel turns. So let's say I pick somebody and I pick a certain heel turn that they had or a certain heel run. Somebody else could say, oh, I want that person too, but I want to move them up or down for this different heel run that they had. And I'm already have a disclaimer. I forgot to put the Big Show because that nigga got way too many. And I forgot Stephanie McMahon as well and Vince McMahon. But you know, we might do a part two, so that's another time for another day. So I'm ready to get right into it. We ain't gonna hold y'all for too long. Let's get it, man. Let's go. I'm gonna let y'all see what we got. Got a couple of people right here. And you know, since I'm a hospitable guy, you know, I really think I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do the honors and I'm gonna let myself go first. So y'all already know I gotta do it. Y'all already know I gotta do it. Goated all around hill. My favorite superstar of all time, Edge, the rated R superstar. Y'all already know I'm talking about the real hill run where this man turned hill because he took Matt Hardy's real life girlfriend, Lita, from him. If that's not the greatest hill run and greatest hill turn of all time, got the man fired. The man came back and then he still beat him and got him banished to SmackDown. So can't nobody tell me that this isn't one of the most goated all around hills ever. You know, I'm gonna let the panel see if anybody, you know, disagree or agree what y'all thinking, man.
I agree 100%, man. I agree. Edge definitely growing up, he was one of my favorites growing up as a kid who didn't have cable and only had SmackDown to watch. Yes, Edge was that guy. But like you said, the initial turn, bro, like when Edge came back, I got the man. Speaking of that, I think I'm kidding. Check this out,
Mm.
man. When Edge came back in 2004 after the neck surgery, he was kind of. I mean, he beat Randy Orton in the Evolution. He beat him for the IC title. He came back. He was a face, but then he needed some edge, and he started to change it up. He had a tag title run with Benoit, but that right there was real. Uh, that was Matt Hardy's probably his best singles run in, to date, probably, who knows, arguably. But yeah, I agree 100%. Goaded all around him. And as a Christian, if you want to go back even further.
Facts. Anybody else got anything to add or y'all ready to move on?
Well,
Yeah, I agree. I agree totally. Like the way it was executed, because it wasn't even supposed to happen that way in the first place. It just happened to be something, and Vince McMahon, he just said, well, Matt's being problematic, even though he was the victim in the whole thing. And then imagine having to watch from the sidelines as your op that took your girl got a main event push and all of this stuff. Even when you did come back, your career didn't shape up to what you thought it was going to shape up to, and you just still had to watch your biggest op win world titles, face Undertaker. Oh yeah, absolutely, no argument there.
Yeah.
Go. Rage Man Reg, you are on the board. Let me know if you need me to scroll down.
Uh, hmm, let's see. I'm going to gotta put I gotta put CM Punk at GOATED.
Hmm.
Gotta put CM.
There
Well,
he is.
yeah, put him at GOATED. At least in WWE. No. All around his whole career. If you even want to go date back to, well, I really wasn't watching, but I've heard of his well-renowned Ring of Honor career and how good he was then. So, but as far as WWE, his initial turn, like CM Punk was a face for a long time in WWE from like '06 to like 2000, like mid 2009. So like 3 years he was a face in WWE. And and the turn, it was something and I'm going to mention this guy later because it was similar something similar that we only saw with him uh in recent times. But with CM Punk, his initial turn in 2009 was a slow turn. It was a slow turn. If you were watching back then, 2009 SmackDown, underrated year in SmackDown history. Uh, um, it was a slow turn. We already know how over Jeff Hardy is, and then the the fans had the fans picked, and then they just went with it, and then the turn was so crazy. It was just a regular promo, it's a face to face promo, and I remember the actual turn. CM Punk just decked Jeff Hardy with the microphone and started beating him. It was on a SmackDown. It was just crazy. I forgot they were just talking, and somehow CM Punk just came to that, and then we had the historic rivalry. Then you go into the pipe bomb, of course. But well, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna go there at least. That's what I'm crediting him for his initial heel turn. Only I'm going for that.
I agree. I was the Jeff Hardy situation definitely is what put him over for me, bro. Because he was talking about personal stuff with Jeff Hardy. Like, that's what made it even better, to me. And then once he actually turned heel, like officially, people was going crazy, bro. That's one of my favorite CM Punk runs besides the Straight Ass Society. Ed, what you thinking?
I gotta agree with it. There's no argument against Punk here.
Cordell, what you got?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like no matter how you slice it, it was every heel turn that he did. It was legendary because I mean you could take into account the straight edge society. Oh, Jeff Hardy's an enabler, and it was crazy because like you said, it was a play on his real life. So you got the straight edge guy versus the guy who has multiple strikes. You can't go wrong with it. No argument here.
Yes, sir. Ed, what you got? Now I know you about to mix it up on us.
Yeah, forget all this nice guy stuff. Put Sami Zayn in horrible.
Is he at the top? Well, I gotta scroll down.
Gotta scroll down. But as far as Sammy goes, like anything he's done as a heel, it's straightly been goofy. The conspiracy theorists, what did that lead to? It didn't really lead to anything. Him with the bloodline, he was still doing goofy stuff with them. He wasn't even taken serious with the most dominant group of the decade.
Wow, good point. Good point. Great point.
Hmm.
Um, what about with Kevin Owens? Well,
I
not
was gonna say that might have been a good one.
not even then though. Like Shane Man was really beating on him.
Oh yeah, I remember that when they were saying "yep" instead of "yes."
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah, I
yep,
remember that. Yeah.
yep. Wow.
I said I'll leave him because I'm trying to because the conspiracy theories one was cool, but it wasn't like
They
you said it
they
wasn't.
ain't take it serious.
Yeah, like yeah, I'm cool with that.
His payoff was losing to Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania, which is one of his best matches ever. So
All right, y'all, I'm good. All right, Cordell, what you got for us?
Mm, all right, let's see. All right, so I'm gonna go with Jay Uso as consistent heel. Because we know what the Usos were doing before they took the face paint, like when they had the face paint and stuff. It was starting to get stale. Like it was cool at first, seeing them come out, do with the Samoan stuff, the war dance. But then, it comes a point where you got to change something. And then that was when the Uso Penitentiary was born, and they wreaked havoc on SmackDown's tag team division. I think they broke Chad Gable's leg, or was it Jason Jordan? One of those dudes, like kayfabe, broke his leg, and then they went on to face the New Day continuously, Hell in a Cell matches, and then later on, when the Bloodline formed, and then Roman Reigns eventually broke Jey Uso, and it made him basically be his right hand man, his lackey. That was pretty good too. That ended up being a very much legendary hill run, but I won't say that him being a hill by himself was a legendary hill run. It was just more so like anytime he was a hill, it was believable. Like Crash Out Jay Uso when he hated Sami Zayn, or when they had the bandanas on and they was the Uso Penitentiary and they was beating the New Day. So yeah, I'm gonna go there. What y'all think?
Oh, and that's a good pick. I definitely agree, man. Yeah, they came. The Usos came in this year's. It was kind of weak. Then, of course, they had the Samoa thing going on for a long time. But the Uso Penitentiary for sure kicked it off. That they definitely sparked up the tag team division for sure. That's when they really started to solidify themselves as like, okay, this is a good tag team. And then of course they had the rivalry with the New Day, unprecedented tag team Hell in a Cell match, tag team division Hell in a Cell match to be exact. Then you got that that's the way you described it was amazing. Yeah, Roman Reigns broke him. He was a face, and then he just turned heel, bro. And yeah, that was great. And then they came into and then it manifested to what we got today.
yeah, I agree with that. Also, that's probably the Bloodline stuff. That's definitely his best promos. That's definitely when he was at his best when it came to promos. Even the Uso Penitentiary, that was decent there. So I gotta agree with that.
Yeah, I'll definitely give it. I think I was definitely gonna put him like probably right there too for the Uso Penitentiary. The right hand man stuff was dope, but the Uso Penitentiary, like they took it to the next level, and he was
Yeah,
definitely doing like his best promos, like Ed said. So I definitely agree with that. I'm cool with that. All right, now I'm about to mess y'all head up. I'm gonna put Booker T. I'm gonna go underrated heel, and I'm not talking about King Booker. A lot of people be forgetting what he was doing in TNA with that fake Nigerian accent. Not
I,
only was that shit hilarious, they was actually kicking people's
yeah,
ass. That nigga, if it walk like a chicken, it talk like a chick, bro. That shit was funny as hell, bro.
yeah.
He was beating niggas ass while he was on the mic, and he was calling the shit play for play, bro. That was master class. His TNA run, people don't understand what he was doing when he was part of was it the main event Mafia?
Yeah,
That shit was dope, bro. So I'm gonna put him underrated.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a good pick.
I agree. No
All right,
argument here.
what you got, Rage?
Uh, ooh, uh, hmm. I'm going to say, ah, put AJ Styles at put him at put him at underrated. Put him at underrated. You can go back to yeah, you can even not even just WWE. You can go back to TNA when he and it was it, this is a great story. He and Dixie Carter he was just fell out with TNA and he just went rogue and he just came back just the shovel and he just started kicking everybody ass and I love that AJ Styles and then his turn and how did he turn? I was with the it was it with the club? Yeah, it was with the club. It was at the club, but the turn was cool. The turn was okay. It was surprising. I definitely, as a kid, I was definitely shocked by it. But the WWE Championship, like 6 months, 8 months into his WWE run. Both of those amazing. Consider underrated heel. He's a great face, awesome face, one of the greatest faces of all time. But he's an underrated heel as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. You could even look at what he did in New Japan with him taking over the Bullet Club when he did and leading them.
Yeah, that too.
I agree. I agree.
I was gonna say that Bullet Club one, that might be the one for me.
Mm.
I might have to revisit this. Somebody might be moving up. But Ed,
Uh, can I put a tag team together?
I already know what you about to do. Yeah, we'll do it.
I put New Day in great turn, horrible run. The turn,
Mm.
the turn was perfect. Like that was one of the best segments of the year last year. And then it don't lead to it. It takes them about a month or two to wrestle. Then they lose to the LWO. They finally get their tag titles by beating the War Raiders just to lose it to the Judgment Day. And this whole story of the Raw Tag Team Division is that no team defends their titles. So nobody in the Raw Tag Team Division has benefited from this. And the New Day now they're grieving and they're teaming with Big G. What the? What are we doing here?
Trash.
Very true.
Great turn. Oh man, that was one of my favorite hill turns probably. But that run, man, I already made a video about that shit. But
But
y'all, I'll let
but
y'all speak on it.
I am going to. Yeah, I'll agree with that for their reason. But you gotta put them at. If Jay Uso's up there, we gotta put them up there as well, in my opinion, because
Oh,
if
you
we
know what?
going if we going for the initial New Day heel run, not the turn, but the heel run, the tag team New Day heel run, it was great. They were getting main event matches. Like they were getting interactions with Brock Lesnar, like when they were in the tag team, when they were like tag champs on Raw, like as dead heels, like straight heels. The Dudleys returned against them, and they never won the titles. They never beat them for them. Then they had the. Did they ever face? Did the New Day face? I think the New Day faced the Bar, but the New Day even faced the Shield. That was a dream match. People forget that. That was a dream match, and it happened.
That
So
was a good match too.
yeah, so you gotta put them at consistently good heels despite that turn, which was trash. It was a great turn. It was a horrible run, but despite that, I would have to move them up. That's just me for that reason.
Hey, before Cordell go, here's why I'm not gonna move him up. Cause when they had them vignettes as preachers, they ain't do nothing with that shit. So that's why I can't put them in consistent. That shit would have put me over for sure. If they would
Oh
have been the
yeah,
preachers all the time, that should have been dope.
true, true. Good point.
Um, hmm. That was a tough one because I'm not gonna lie. Consistency, they were very consistent because they were getting in matches with main event guys. They even beat John Cena to shreds with the Dudley boys, like, and then that ended the SmackDown because I remember that I was watching it. The New Day just came out. I think it was just like an after match or something like that. They destroyed John Cena and they destroyed the Dudley boys. That was crazy. But I think I'm gonna have to stay here with it as far as horrible run because it was so much potential. Even if Big E never came back, they should have won the tag team titles out the gate. It shouldn't have even been like a stall. They shouldn't have won it at WrestleMania, right? They won it at WrestleMania. So
Yeah.
if that should have just straight up like they should have just gotten the titles right then, and then that could have led to after a while them facing the Usos. Like it was right there.
So I think we all agree we're gonna leave him right there.
Hmm.
So
Okay, yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Cordell, what you got?
good points.
Okay. Uh, that's okay. As far as horrible run, like just trash run altogether, I'm going. I'm going. Nikki Bella turning on Brie Bella.
Oh,
Dirt.
I don't know. I don't know which one this is. This is reminding me of Bree, but I don't know where I put the other one. Is
Oh,
she on
okay.
here?
Was
Fuck
she?
it. Fuck
They,
it. They look the same anyway. I'm gonna put it
Was
right
that
here.
the? Was
yeah.
that the run that? Well, I'm saying though, was that the run that eventually led her to being the Divas champion though?
Um,
Because
it could possibly be, but just the overall turn in general, just it
oh
was
yeah,
cringe. I wish you died in the womb, and then
Oh
uh,
yeah.
oh yeah,
and then Brie Bella fake
yeah,
crying. I'm
oh
like, yeah, nah, like
yeah. That
this
was
is get
I
this out
remember
of here.
that. I remember that. Wow, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that was nasty work.
Yeah,
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 that's ass.
yeah. I agree. I agree with that.
No objections? All right.
No sir.
Oof.
On that one.
This a tough one. I wanna mm, I shit. I'm gonna go Chris Jericho. I won't be mad if y'all move him up. I'm gonna put him in consistently good heel. I could say all around good, but what I'm thinking of is when he became the asshole and won the World Heavyweight Championship. Edge got hurt. He turned on Edge. He got with Big Show, and then you know what I'm saying. He talking shit to Shawn Michaels' wife. That's the one that I remember most fondly. But I think all of his runs as a heel was pretty good. I can't remember a bad run. He could be goated, but I'll let y'all decide if he can move up or not.
Uh, yeah. As far as yeah, that late 2000s turn, I definitely agree with that. He slowed it like he put the acting chops on for sure with that when he did put suits on. Didn't come out with all the exciting and the crazy no more. Like that was great promos, and then of course the Shawn Michaels rivalry. That was great. That was great. And then it ultimately all that culminated into him winning. Well, later winning the World Heavyweight Championship again against Undertaker, and the Elimination Chamber cost it by his one of his main ops. So yeah, I definitely agree with that for sure in that respect for Chris Jericho. That that only. I don't know what y'all think, Cordell and Ed.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah. You ain't gonna see no arguments here because each hill run from Chris Jericho, it was definitely legendary. Like he was always a better hill than he was a face. That's no argument there.
All right, bet. We got Rage Man Rage on the clock.
Uh, ooh, damn. What kind of? That's an interesting one. I don't know though. Uh, I got one. Give me Ed Guerrero and uh put him at mm, put him at horrible all around.
Oh shit. You gotta explain that one.
Uh,
Whoa.
you think about Eddie Guerrero's WWE run. It's even in even when he first came after the Radicals, he got injured, so he was out for a minute, and then he got fired. He got fired, and then when he came back, he was a heel. Uh, he was a heel, yeah. When he was having the IC title match, ladder match with RVD. Then, uh, oh, well, you can say then it went to Los Guerreros, and then he turned against Rey Mysterio. That was good. It went into the, of course, their classic feud, but that was really it, because after that he really kind of turned face after that. So when you talk about, and then even if you want to talk about the 2000s again, when he was aligning with China, he was kind of turning face. He was face then as well. That's just my explanation. I don't know if y'all agree or not.
I don't think he was horrible. Like I said, that Rey Mysterio one is the one that stand out to me the most, and that's probably I think that's his best heel work. But like the China one, he was kind of a tweener because they was playing to the fans with that one, so I ain't
Yeah.
really gonna count that one. But if we disagree, he only move up one, so I'll give him a move up on my end.
I mean, the most I know of Eddie as far as his heel run was himself was Ray. So I would put him in good, but that's just me.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna move him up. Because all of his hill turns between WCW. I mean, are we talking just WWE or we talking everything?
No, we talk everything.
Oh yeah. So his WCW runs was crazy. So yeah, I'd say yeah, we can move him up.
Okay. No problem.
All right, Ed.
All right, this one is tough because you know what, put for this run specifically, put Jimmy Uso on horrible for him turning on
Ooh.
at SummerSlam. That that never made any sense, and then it paid off, and then it didn't make any sense. Then it paid off, and them having a horrible WrestleMania match. Jimmy never. He said he didn't want Jay to become corrupt if he became world champion. How was that? That didn't make any sense. But for that run specifically, I'll put him a horrible all around.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna move him up because of the Uso Penitentiary stuff and the original Bloodline stuff. Because when he finally decided to go with them, I think he was straight. But I do agree with how he turned against Jay on SummerSlam. I think that was stupid anyway because there was no good reason. And like
Then
you said, that match was ass. So
then he aligned back with Roman after they just took him out. Oh
oh yeah,
Oh,
mm.
yeah. Oh wow, that's so true. Then he became kind of desperate. He was trying to get with Solo for a minute.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, so yeah.
I give him credit for the Uso penitentiary and the bloodline stuff, but just this specifically, I would put him in horrible.
Yeah. I would move. Nah. Yeah, I would leave him where he is.
I'll leave him too. I changed my mind. I forgot about that bullshit he did. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Solo, like, you're the bloodline until we say you're not. Or, yeah, that was ridiculous. That was when it started going downhill. It was like, all right, let's just wrap this shit up.
All right, Cordell, it's on you.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with an obvious one. I'm gonna go Dolph Ziggler slash Nick Namath as consistent Hill.
Mm.
Because he's done a lot of things in his career, and he was heel for the majority of the time. Like he turned face once he finally won the World Heavyweight Championship, but for the most part, I don't think that we even got to see how high he could have gotten as a heel. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a great heel, when you needed somebody to sell, but I don't think that we even reached the tip of the iceberg of who he could have became if he was still in WWE and they gave him the run that he deserved as a world champion, as a heel. So I'll go consistent heel.
Yeah, I agree with that. 'Cause even looking at this year, what he's did in TNA when he came, because he was out for a few weeks after losing his world title, and those weeks consistent of everybody trashing his brother Ryan Nemeth. Then he came back and he sided with his brother. They beat up on everybody. Then they took out Jeff Hardy for a few weeks, and they ended up beating the Hardys to become tag champions. So I enjoyed the way that he turned heel this year.
Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, I would agree for sure. I would agree. It's definitely. I think we were starting to see it. I know you said we didn't see it a lot in WWE. We start to see it a little bit in NXT if you were watching back then when you were NXT champ. But yeah, I agree. The selling. I think actually that turn was the worst thing ever to happen to him. I don't know why he turned face. I know the fans cheered it, but yeah, I agree with that for sure. Then you have the Spirit Squad. The Spirit Squad.
You got to
Spirit
count
Squad.
that.
You gotta count
Hmm.
that. You gotta count that. Then he was managed by Vicky Guerrero for a minute. So yeah, AJ Lee, the fling with AJ Lee. So for sure.
Yeah, the Nick Nemeth shit saved him for me for sure. Because the Vic Guerrero shit is the one I remember the most. But now that you brought up the Spirit Squad, yeah, I'll say he was consistently good as a heel. I actually liked him better as a heel. So I don't know why they did that shit, but I agree.
Yeah, true.
I'm about to fuck y'all head up with this one. Niggas don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. Roxanne Perez, underrated heel. If she didn't turn heel in NXT, shit wasn't looking good. Because as a baby face, that shit wasn't working at all. That shit was terrible. But when she turned heel, that shit revitalized her whole career. And now she's still a heel to this day because of that second run in NXT as the champion. She was a good ass NXT Women's Champion. So I think people need to look back at that heel run in NXT and see why she is where she is now. So I'm gonna say she was underrated for sure.
That's a good point. Damn, that is a good point because Roxanne, I don't even remember her as a face for real at all. That probably goes to show. Damn, the change. Yeah, I agree with that, and they got her on the main roster. So I really didn't really watch none of her material on NXT to be honest. But the fact that she on the main roster and she tag champs right now, if that and I knew she was a big name as a face, but the fact that she switched like that and she's up to this level, yeah, you gotta congrats to her for sure. I agree.
Yeah, I agree as well. That's a good placement.
Yeah, yeah, definitely saved her career. Because she was falling into that category of all right, now they just glazing her just cause like it kind of like that Rhea Ripley effect where she still get pops, but like a lot of people are like, all right, again, bro, another championship run. So I agree.
All right, Rage.
Uh, I kind of want to pick somebody voted. Uh, give me Finn Balor and put him at horrible.
Damn.
Hmm.
Where that nigga at?
Wait, really?
I don't think the Judgment Day really has really done anything. The Judgment Day really his addition was really haphazard. And yeah, specifically with that, I know they got tag title runs, but good matches, but not really good stories. I would say that's pretty much all I got to say about him.
I
That's
dis I disagree. I'm thinking about
Talking
NXT
about
when
WWE specifically.
I'm thinking about NXT when he was whooping Damian Priest's ass and we came back to NXT.
Prince.
I thought that was a good ass heel run, so I would move him up.
Okay, okay. Oh, NXT the back around the pandemic time.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah, yeah, I'd move that up. Only because um we seen what type of heel he could be when he was in NXT. And he turned on Johnny Gargano and well DIY. And you've seen flashes of it after that, but when he turned heel on the main roster and joined Judgment Day, I would say that's definitely a hard. It was a great heel turn, but it was a horrible run. It was horribly executed because it didn't result in him winning any singles championship. So yeah, I'd move it up probably.
yeah. We can move it up. He also lost the edge in Hell in a Cell. So
Oh yeah. All right, Ed, what we got?
um this might surprise some people because I troll this wrestler a lot, but Bryan Danielson, I would go and underrated for his run with the Trash Can Championship when he was
Mm.
Earth. I actually thought that was a good run. And him calling the fans fickle, like everything he said during that time was true. So I think that was an underrated run.
Oh, that's a good point. I agree with that. I actually agree with that. Everybody healed in terms of healing WWE. I mean, he had the Nexus, of course. I mean, he was exiled from that. Then he came back as a super professional. And then if you want to go with Team Hell, no, but Team Hell, well, before this, well, nah. Team Hell, they were a face tag team, actually. So, yeah, for the Planet Champion, I think kudos to him for that. They gave him the
Uh,
WWE Championship, too. That won him his second WWE Championship, by the way.
I agree. I think that was his best. That was my favorite run from Daniel Bryan. I think that was the best run. And low key, I like that title design because it fit him as a person too. We watching Total Bellas or Divas, whatever the fuck he was on. I think that was straight too.
Yeah, I like the title design too.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Even on in his first Hill run, when he had the world title and he cashed in on the Big Show and whatnot, they're just the obnoxiousness and how he was just moving, and it was just I liked it. It doesn't get a lot of credit because of the Yes movement and how he was built as a baby face in AEW as well. But for sure he was a really good Hill. He was even a really good Hill in ROH as well.
Bet, Cordell, what we got?
All right. So I'm gonna take it back a little bit. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna go Bret Hart for horrible outcome as far as the heel turn goes, which would be a horrible run because Bret Hart's one of my favorite wrestlers. I'm not going to lie. Like he's probably number 6 in my top 10. And just looking back at it, you could kind of tell that towards the end of his career in WWE, Vince McMahon was trying to like get him out of here and make him look crazy a little bit, you know. But then as well, when he went to the WCW, I feel like there was a lot more that could have been done with his heel run as well. So I would say that it was a really good idea. And I feel like a lot of people was already kind of on board with him being a heel when he turned heel and he was, anti-America, just straight Canada. It was a good idea, but they just executed it horribly because of the fact that they knew that he was out of here as far as WWE goes.
I completely agree with that. His heel run was kind of mediocre, honestly. Of course, it stemmed from, and it really stemmed from, if you really want to be honest, it really stemmed from his jealousy of Shawn Michaels, in real life, and that really, I mean, that kind of turned it into a story. But with the anti-America thing, like, yeah, you're right, but he was still a face in Canada, so yeah,
Yeah,
they really built that up, right? I definitely agree. And then you want to go, yeah, I think he was a heel in WCW.
yeah,
Yeah, he was. Yeah, so yeah, that was kind of mid too. Yeah, I agree with that for sure. For sure.
All right, y'all. It's the last round. We definitely got to do a part two. I got hella people on this shit, but this is the last round. Let's make it count. I want to show the ladies some love. I'm trying to think. Why? Hmm. I'm about to say, I'm gonna make it very simple. You can't have Edge up there without having Lita up there as well. Same situation, but it was more, maybe more so, because she the one who actually was sleeping with her boyfriend, best friend behind his back on the road while he hurt, and she had to talk shit to him to his face. And I remember that segment where Matt Hardy saw it backstage. She was like, "Yo, never touch this ever again," and all this other shit. And she the reason why he lost that ladder match to go to Smack. Hell yeah, she got to be goated all around here. I don't care what nobody say.
Oh yeah, good point. Good point. Damn, Lita was a face that whole time of her career up to that point. She turned heel. She got, or well, main event status at that point. Well, to the level of, well, yeah, main event status. Well, she was already met. Yeah, she was main event status. Yeah, with Trish Stratus and several women's championship runs. I think that was how many times? I'm not even sure how many times she won a women's championship, but Lita, I think that's when she became a legend for sure. Well, she was already a legend, but as a singles person outside of the Hardys for sure, solidified herself as her own person in a way.
I agree. I 100% agree because at the end of the day, she it took 10 years or the better part of 10 years for people to embrace her again after all of that. Like for her to come back and like, oh my God, it's Lita. Good for her. Like we happy to see her. It took a long time. She had to retire as a heel. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree as well.
All right, Rage, make it count.
Give me WWE specifically. Give me Dean Ambrose for good turn, bad run in terms of the Shield because he had potential. I remember it was a time that Dean Ambrose was my favorite person in the Shield in terms of promo wise. And if you remember, it was a rumor that in SummerSlam 2012 he was going to have a hardcore match with Mick Foley. But then that kind of turned into as they turned into faces, and then that was pretty much it until he left. And then of course he had the turn with on Seth when Roman and now she had leukemia. That had potential, but then he turned into Bane from Batman. So I would go with him. Dean
Un
Ambrose in WWE.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to agree because that nigga turned on Seth and was getting ass shots. So
I'm gonna disagree. Not because of John Moxley in AEW. That's the only reason why I would move him up because nigga, not seeing the belt for damn near over a year was absolutely insane. And he was pissing me off. And he stopped the Christian Cage cash in and beat Edge and beat Swerve. Nah, he was doing some damage in AEW, but I would move him up because of that.
Okay,
mm,
okay, I give you that. Okay. That's an even trade. I probably say that's a balance. What you think, whatever?
I'm a respect it. I'm gonna respect it because the Dean Ambrose Hill turn when he turned on Seth after the leukemia thing, it had the potential, but I feel like the WWE kind of pulled back, and that's what hurt Dean Ambrose in his Hill run in general. Because when that was happening, a lot of people on the internet was kind of calling it insensitive because of the fact that it was a real life situation. So when that happened, it was like, all right, now you got these guys stuck with their dicks in their hand for real, because now they're like, oh well, we don't want to be too foul with it, but in reality it's like, nah, they should have just went with it, and it could have been legendary. But then a few months later, Roman goes into remission and then they reform the Shield, so it was pointless at that point.
I said we good. He'll stay right there. Ed, what you got for us? So let me move down a little bit.
go down. I'm gonna put Tessa Blanchard in consistently good. And
Mm.
I was thinking about putting her in GOATED, but the only reason why I won't is because her promo is average. If she had a good promo, I put her in GOATED. But I say consistently good because even before the racism thing, she was still getting hella heat. She even won the TNA World Championship, the Men's World Championship, and then the heat that she's still generating now after the fact, I put her in consistently good.
I agree. I'll leave for that. Despite the real life heat, even before that, she was a good heel to me.
Yeah, yeah, I give her that. Yeah, I give her that. Yeah, she had potential, but yeah, she blackballed herself from WWE. I give her that. Outside of the real life stuff, I credit her for that. Good pick, Ed.
You know what? Yeah, I agree. No argument there at all. Massacred her.
All right, Cordell, with the final pick in the Hill draft, who do you choose?
So many good ones, really good ones. Um, I'm gonna shake some shit up a little bit. I'm gonna put Dominic Mysterio, and I'm gonna put him in the GOAT tier. I'm gonna
I
put him
like
in the
that.
I'm gonna put him in the GOAT tier. Mainly because this is all just the tip of the iceberg. You know what I'm saying? This is just the tip of the iceberg, and the way he's been consistent with the heel turn, the way it was executed, I'd say out of all of these heel turns in the last 10 years, his is the only one that truly lived up to the potential already. And we're still early in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't seen what he can do as a heel. And I personally feel like in order to be a great baby face, you got to be a great heel sometimes first. For some people, not all people, but some people, they need to be a great heel first. And we're seeing that with Dominic Mysterio because after the honeymoon phase of, oh, the first father son tag team, it was like, all right, now what? You know what I'm saying? It got boring. And we knew that since Dominic Mysterio has a great mind for the business because he grew up in it, so he knew what he had to do. But I feel like the heel turn saved his trajectory in his whole career for real. And they're already comparing him to Eddie already. Like, so I'm gonna go goat tier for sure.
Wow. I agree, man. Damn, what a curveball. I agree with that, man. The turn, yeah, like I really didn't. Again, I did not. I wasn't watching wrestling for a minute till late 2021. So I missed most of it. I think the most of Dominic's babyface run I saw was the handicap match he had for the WWE Championship with Rey Mysterio against Brock Lesnar. I think that's the most I've ever seen. But the turn was great, and then the evolution. Of course, he simmered down still, but he's still a heel, and they still boo. They do still boo. Don't get it twisted. And he just beat. I mean, and now finally they're expanding him into a singles division without the women. So I agree. He ain't even peaked that, and the comparisons to Eddie G is crazy.
I would I would disagree and put him in consistently good based off of what you said, but because the AJ Styles feud is really his first real one. Like the Penta feud when they did, it was already dead at that point. Like we had already seen that. We've already seen them in multiple matches against each other. Then his defense was against Octagon, a cool look match, but he hasn't had many actual stories because he's been so focused on the women's stuff. But he's still a good heel. I just won't put him in goaded yet.
Good point. Damn.
I'm gonna leave him up there because if you technically, if you really think about it, he turned heel twice while he was still a heel, bro. He turned heel on Rey Mysterio, which was a great heel turn, and then he turned heel, double heel on Rhea. If you want to really think about it, because like they were still booing him but cheering Rhea, but then when he switched up with her and got to Liv Morgan, he got even more heat for that. So that's something you don't see that often. So I think I'll give him a goated all around heel. He about to be a babyface very soon because the crowd is already kind of starting to lean that way. He should be. But when we look back on it, I think we're gonna look back and say, yo, that shit was actually kind of crazy what he did. He grew the mullet out and the mustache just to add to it as well. I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. Damn. Yeah, not that not that I'm debating it, but damn, Dominic's had a great career, man. But true, the pressure's up now. I mean, well, him turning face, should he turn face though?
Next year.
Because if he turn face now, like, I mean, well, I know you just said, I mean, looking in retrospect, but I know you were speaking in retrospect, but if he could potentially turn face, but if that happened right now, if Dominic Mysterio turned face right now, would you think the same?
Hmm.
Considering how the fact that what Ed just mentioned that he has only had one real championship, I mean, well, one real male feud,
Not yet, not yet. He gotta Ray is going to be the key because if they just do him versus Finn
and
Balor, that
and
might
he
not be
still has
enough.
Fire Ray Mysterio.
Yeah, not
Good
yet,
point.
not yet.
Good
Maybe
point.
next year.
Good point.
Yeah, like after he beats Rey Mysterio and retires him, I feel like that would be a good time to turn him babyface. But
Hmm.
I would say turn him babyface because he beat him honorably. He didn't attempt to cheat or anything like that. Like he just legit said, "All right, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna get in the trenches. I'm gonna show everybody what they've been waiting for this whole time. As far as like, yo, I can really go in the ring. Like, I think what they're doing right now with this, I think they're setting this up because they have him in AAA fighting all the luchadors. Like he faced Octagon Jr. already. Oh yeah, it was Octagon, right? It was
Yeah.
Octagon. Yeah,
Yep.
so he already faced him. And he's kind of doing this little like tirade where he's like, all right, yo, y'all not accepting me as an actual luchador, but I'm better than my dad, and I'm better than y'all too. And I have a 20-year career. So get next to me. So yeah, I think that's going to lead up to Rey
Well,
Mysterio coming back and then facing him at WrestleMania.
that if that that's a great theory. That's a great theory, bro. And if that's the case, that might be some of the best. Should we create a Triple H for that? I don't want to digress.
Hell no, no, no.
Nah, I'll give it all to Dominic, bro. Dominic was doing all that shit himself as far as putting in actual work. Creative just told him, hey, go out there and do. Nah, he started doing his own shit, bro. You can't teach somebody to be scared during the fucking pyro entrance and be hella. He be awkward. He do that shit on purpose, bro. Like he's an awkward heel that gets heat because he act like he don't know how to do shit. But then when he get in the ring, he have a good ass match with AJ Styles. So I got to give it to him for that.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. Same. To be honest, I like what you said when you said that the awkwardness, because even down to him coming out with the mask sometimes, and he be
Hmm.
struggling to take the mask off.
I think that's on purpose.
Ooh,
I don't think that's a mistake, bro. I think he be doing that shit to be funny, bro. I'm fucking with it.
damn, I got one. Damn, I know. Damn, I want to say one so bad right now. I just thought of one.
It's sorry. Now we're gonna do part two quick. Fuck that. I was gonna drop this Saturday. I'm gonna drop it tomorrow. We gonna record
I
part two soon, so don't
bet
even worry about it.
we got to. I just had one. It's gonna
But
mess you up too.
hey
Mm.
man, listen, y'all, that's the video. I hope y'all watched the full video because we wanted to crank out some good content. Appreciate the family for coming through. Make sure y'all subscribe to Fluential Sports, Rage Man Reg, and Cordell Watts TV. And expect more collabs coming soon because I got a lot more tier list planned. So man, appreciate all my guys for coming through. Make sure y'all follow everybody on all socials, and then we out. We'll see y'all soon.
Peace.
Peace.
All
Later,
right.
y'all.